Hello students, welcome back. Now today we are going to learn our second chapter, which is how the dog found himself a new master. Okay, now what are we going to learn in this chapter? In this chapter we will see that how a dog found a new master for himself. Now we all know that dog is a pet animal, right? We all love to have dogs as pets. What are the other common animals that we have as pets? We have dogs, rabbits, cats, right? So in this story we are going to see that how a dog became a faithful servant, a faithful friend, a loyal friend to the men, right? Let us see. Dogs were once their own masters and lived the way wolves do, in freedom, until a dog was born who was ill-pleased. What is the meaning of ill-pleased? Very unhappy, not happy at all. Ill-pleased with this way of life. Now, students, do you know that dogs and wolves are considered to be relatives? So now, wolves till today, even till date, wolves are free animals. Nobody keeps wolves as pets, right? But dogs are now our pets. So how did that happen? See, once upon a time, they were all similar. Wolves, dogs, everyone was free. They lived in freedom. But then one day a dog was born who was not at all happy with his life. He did not like the way his life was. He was very unhappy with it. He was sick and tired. He did not like it at all. He was tired of it. He was sick and tired of wandering. Wandering means moving here and there. Wandering about by himself, looking around for food and being frightened of those who were stronger than him. So, what was his problem? He was tired of moving here and there, finding food, always being afraid of the stronger animals. There are so many animals that are stronger than the dogs, right? So, he was very tired of all this. He did not like this life at all. So, what he decides to do? He thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth, and he set out to find such a master. So what did he do? He decided that he would find someone who is the strongest, who is stronger than anyone else on the earth, and then he will become his servant. He will make that animal, that thing, his master, so that he would not have to be afraid of anyone or anything. And then once this idea was set in his mind, he went to find such a master. He walked and walked and he met a kinsman. What is the meaning of kinsman? Kinsman means relative. He walked and walked and he met a kinsman of his, a big wolf, who was as strong and he was fierce. Fierce means aggressive, very angry. So he was looking for a master. So he kept walking and walking, looking here and there. And finally, he found his kinsman. Kinsman means one of his relatives. Who was that? A wolf. He was very strong and he was very fierce. What is the meaning of fierce? Fierce means angry. Okay. So he was very strong and angry animal. Where are you going, dog? The wolf asked. I am looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be my master, wolf? I don't see why not, the wolf said. And this agreed upon, the two of them went on together. So when the wolf saw the dog, the wolf asked that, where are you going? So the dog said that I am looking for a master whose servant I can be, and the master can look after me. So he asked the wolf that, will you be my master? So the wolf said, sure, of course, why not? I will be your master. So now this was decided. So they both started walking together. They walked and walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose. Lifted his nose means like this. He lifted his nose, sniffed. Sniffed means when you are trying to smell something. When mama is cooking something tasty in the kitchen, you get the smell and you lift your nose and try to guess what she is cooking, right? That is called sniffing. Sniffed and darted quickly. Darted means ran away quickly off the path and into the bushes. And crept. Crept means move very slowly without getting noticed. So move in such a way that nobody can see you. And crept deeper into the forest. So, all of a sudden as they were walking, all of a sudden the wolf raised his nose like he was smelling something, and when he smelled that thing, he started running. He quickly ran away from there and hid behind the bushes. He went deep and deep into the forest. He was obviously very afraid of someone, and he was running away from that person or that thing. The dog was much surprised. Now, looking at this behavior, the dog was very surprised, because the dog thought that wolf was very strong and the wolf was not afraid of anyone. But when the wolf was behaving in such a way, the dog was surprised. What's come over you, master? What's come over you means what happened, master? He asked. What has frightened you so? What are you so afraid of? Can't you see? There's a bear out there and he might eat up both of us, you and me. So he said, can't you see there is a bear over there? He will eat both of us. The bear is stronger than us. So if we don't run away, the bear will come and eat both of us. Seeing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. Now the dog was surprised. He thought that the bear was stronger than the wolf. So why should he be the servant of the wolf? He decided that now he will be the servant of the bear, because the bear was stronger than the wolf. Okay. The bear agreed to be his master. So he went to the bear and asked that, can I be your servant? So the bear said that, okay, I will be your master. The bear said, let us go and find a herd of cows. I will kill a cow and then we can both eat our fill. So they said, the bear said that, okay, I will be your master. Let us both go and find a herd. Herd means, herd is a collective noun. A group of cows is called a herd. So the bear said that we will go and find a herd of cows. I will kill some cows and we can both eat from that. Right? We can both fill our stomachs. They walked on and saw a herd of cows. But just as they were about to come up to it, they were stopped by a terrible noise. So then finally they saw a herd of cows and they were moving towards them. But just about when they were going to reach the herd of cows, they heard a noise, a terrible noise. The cows were mooing loudly. The sound made by the cows is called mooing. The cows were mooing loudly and running in panic. Panic means sudden fear, and running here and there, running in a panic in all directions. So they saw that just when they were going to go near the cows started running here and there. They were mooing and running here and there in panic. Panic means they were afraid of something. The bear looked out from behind a tree and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. Hastily means very quickly. Now seeing this behavior, the bear looked around, looked at what are the cows so afraid of, and then he saw something. And when he saw that thing, even the bear started running. So students, what do you think it is? Why did I come here? It's the lion who rules the forest in these parts, said the bear. So the bear said that, why did I come here? I forgot that lion rules this part of the forest and nobody is allowed to come over here. Oh God, why did I come here? Right? The lion, who is he? Now the dog was surprised that bear was also afraid of something. And what was that thing? The lion. The dog had no idea what a lion was. So he asked the lion, who is he? Don't you know? He is the strongest beast on earth. Strongest means a large and dangerous animal. So the bear said that you don't know? Lion is the strongest animal in the world. Well then, I'll say goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So then the dog said that if the lion is stronger than you, in fact if he is the strongest, then I will say goodbye to you over here and I will go with the lion because I want the strongest master. And off the dog went to ask the lion to be his master. So the dog left the bear and went to the lion to ask the lion to be his master. The lion agreed to it and the dog stayed with him for a long time. So when the dog asked the lion to be his master, the lion said yes, that I will become your master. And then they stayed together for a very long time. It was a good life, and he had nothing to complain of, for there was no stronger beast in the forest than the lion, and no one dared touch the dog or offend him in any way. Now the dog was happy. It was a nice life. He did not have to do any work. Nobody troubled him because lion was the strongest animal. Nobody did anything that would offend him, that would make him feel bad. Right? But one day, the two of them were walking side by side. Side by side means together like this. But one day, the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid means surrounded, in between of, in the middle of, amid bare cliffs. What are cliffs? Cliffs are huge rocks which are normally there near the ocean or seas. When all of a sudden the lion stopped. Now they stayed together for a long time. Then one day, when they were walking together, suddenly the lion stopped. He gave a great roar. The sound made by the lion is called a roar. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw. Paw means the foot of the animal is called the paw, with such force that a hole formed over there. So he struck his paw so strongly over there that a hole was formed over there. Then he began to back away quietly, and then slowly he began to move back quietly. Now again the dog was surprised. Why? Because clearly the lion was afraid of something. What is it, master? Is anything wrong? Asked the dog, surprised. I smell a man coming this way, the lion said. We would better run for it or we'll be in trouble. So the lion said that I can smell a man. Some man is coming over here. We should run away from there, otherwise we will be in a lot of trouble. Oh well then, I'll say goodbye to you. Lion, I want a master who is stronger than anyone on the earth. So he said that obviously I see that man is stronger than you and you are afraid of men. So I will be the servant of the man because I want the strongest master. I want to be a servant of someone who is the strongest. And off the dog went to join the man, and he stayed with him and served him faithfully. And finally, he went to the man, and the man agreed to be his master. So he stayed with him faithfully, loyally, completely honest to the man. This happened long, long ago. But to this day, the dog is man's most loyal servant and knows no other master. Now this incident, this story happened a very long ago. And from that day onwards, the dog is the loyal friend, the most loyal servant of men, which we now see. We often say that dog is the most honest animal, most loyal animal, our man's best friend, right? Many a times when someone feels lonely, they buy a pet. And what is the most common pet that they buy? They get a dog. Sometimes we even pet the dogs from the streets, right? That is the best thing. Instead of buying dogs, we should adopt dogs from the streets. They will get home, right students? So this is how the dog became a servant to men. I hope this story was interesting for you and you understood it well. I will see you now in our next class. Till then, bye bye.